As someone who likes to live stream a lot on his own channel and other people's channels, I get asked a lot, Daniel, how do I use live streaming to grow my own channel? And that's a really great question. I think people who are thinking about live streaming and maybe figuring out if they can incorporate it into their own content strategy, start asking questions like, when's the right time to start live streaming? And when it comes to that question, I always refer back to my pal Nick Nimmin, who says, start right now. And the reason I think that's important is because it's never too early to start learning the skills that you'll need to make professional looking live streams, or live streams that will connect with the very people you're trying to reach. I think there's a lot of fears that come along with starting to live stream, such as, what if people don't show up? Trust me, I know, I have been there. I can remember my very first time I live streamed, worrying if anybody would even be there to live stream too. But one of the things that I learned along the way is it doesn't matter if people show up or not. If you build a quality live stream, that content could be very valuable in the replay as well. So one of the things you want to think about when you're planning for your live stream is don't just go live for the sake of going live. Go live because you have an idea about what you want to talk about. Even some bullet points put together in a document that you can refer to kind of keep you on track of what it is you want to talk about can be really helpful. If you have a script or bullet point that you can refer back to, you can also put notes in there about certain things that you might want to say that could be information or something you found interesting that you want to share. So whether there are people there or not, that live stream should be valuable whether people watched it live or if they were watching it later on in a replay. The great thing about going live is it's a great way to capture things that you may want to talk about that may not be perfect for a single video. Maybe there's a bunch of questions that people have been asking in your comments section, and those individual questions don't warrant an entire video being made about that question. But if you can group them together and do a live stream where you discuss a lot of the things that people have been asking you, then it starts to make a lot more sense. And if people are there in the live chat, you can focus that discussion towards a very specific conversation and have them join in as well. One of the things you want to watch out for is making sure that you don't let your chat derail your conversation. The best way for a live stream to grow a channel effectively is to be focused and know what that live content is about. Just because it's live doesn't mean it should have any less value or focus than any other content that you might put on your channel. Now, if you do start getting a lot of people coming to your live streams, don't be afraid to build for the people who are going to be attending that live stream. People like to be spotlighted and they like to be recognized. So building streams that engage with those people and being able to share some of their comments on screen or answer some of the things they may be asking in real time is one way that you can really build a stronger bond with your most connected community. Now, not every live stream is going to be the kind of content that someone who doesn't necessarily know you would immediately jump onto and start watching. But if you try to stay towards the topics that suit the value proposition of your channel, then those live streams have a higher potential of doing well over time. I think that's one of the things you want to think about. Sometimes people forget the difference between community and target audience. Now, your target audience is everybody who might be interested in the conversation that you're having, but may have no idea who you are. Your community are people that do have that same interest, but they probably watched several of your videos, they may have subscribed and hit the notifications bell, and those are the people who are more likely to show up at a live stream because they're invested in you as a content creator. That's another powerful aspect of live streaming that you can actually leverage. And that's how to increase your revenue to your channel. We hear a lot about CPM and RPM when it comes to AdSense, but what people forget is that your RPM, the amount of money you make per 1,000 views, includes things like super chats and super stickers. And those things can really move the needle. You could have a live stream that drives more revenue in the short term that you're live than one of your video does over the course of a week or a month. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the YouTube memberships that they have available to people who are content creators in the partner program. Well, if you have a memberships program set up, things like members-only live streams are things that you can offer as a perk to anyone who may pay monthly to be a member of your channel. Think of those almost like prepaid live streams, where the audience that will be there have already paid the price of admission by joining your memberships program, and then you can have a more down-to-earth one-on-one conversation with a smaller group of people who may be your members, but provide even more value and grow that membership by giving them the kind of interaction that they really appreciate. Think of live streams as another form of presenting content, because we have things like edited content, and we have things like shorts, we have community tab posts, we have stories, but live streams become a separate feature that really allows you to interact with the people who are really invested in you the most. YouTube's now rolling out their podcast feature, which allows you to take content on your channel that's very conversational and put those into playlists that are specifically going to show up as podcasts and actually show up in their RSS feed in places like YouTube Music. So people who might want to tune into your content and listen along, this is the perfect opportunity for you to make that kind of content that's maybe less focused on the editing of it and more focused on the conversation that might work well in places like a podcast. Now, Streamyard has a lot of features that actually help you do all of the things that we just talked about. So if you don't have a Streamyard account and you're interested in trying Streamyard for free, I'm going to put a link down below where you can sign up right now and start using all of the Streamyard features today. And if you're interested in learning how to make more professional looking live streams and grow your YouTube channel faster, click on the video that I've got on screen now or the one that I'll link down below. Peace.